Sparrow, you got a hit right there.
Yo, welcome into another episode of Capturing the Game. It's the Game Within the Game podcast featuring me, your host, Desmond Jones, and my man, Juwan Stewart, Polar Man Stewart, I should say. Currently, Juwan's unavailable today, so he's just been rocking out with me today. But today we got another special guest. As you already know, all of our guests are special. He is the Associate Brand Manager at the Upper Deck Company. He is Paul Bradford. Paul, how
Thanks
you
for having me
doing,
out.
man?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me, Desmond. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. So it's so dope to actually get a chance to interview you. I was reading everything about you, beforehand, do my research. But man, can you go ahead and tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Okay, well, like you said, Paul Bradford. Like I say, in the esports community, I'm known as Paul B. A little bit about me: originally from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Born and raised there. Went to college at Jacksonville State. Studied marketing. Out of college, kind of couldn't find a job. I liked that right away. Got into NBA 2K, video game. Everybody knows about it. Popular video game out there. Got good at it. Got pretty good at it. The NBA and Take Two Interactive, which owns 2K, formed the league in 2017. I ended up trying out for the league the first year, didn't make it. Then a year later, I ended up making the league. So I was a professional esports athlete for about a year. Got drafted by the Washington Wizards esports team, Wizard District Gaming. Played for a year for them. After that, went back home for a minute, worked a couple jobs at home, and then recently I got hired by Upper Deck to be the brand manager of esports and help make esports trading cards for them.
Yeah, that's dope. So, what made you want to try out for the 2K team?
Oh, for NBA. Well, really, like after college, man, I could literally cannot find like a job. But then I wanted to stay. For some reason, I wanted to stay in Alabama. A lot of people might think that's weird, but I wanted to stay home, like close to my family and stuff at the time. And it was hard to find a job there with a marketing degree for some reason. So I ended like in my spare time, I would play 2K, and I kind of got really good at it. And I met a lot of guys on Twitter and stuff. Like they all were good at 2K, so I made like a team. At the time, we were known as the New York Bucks, one of the best teams in the world. Like back in those days, people yes about the people within the 2K community, who was literally one of the best teams, like a 2 year stretch and competing for like prize money and stuff like that. Like one time, like up to like $3,000 winning a tournament and everything like that. So it's pretty cool. And like I said, I was just playing it for fun at first, and then like they made the NBA and Take Two Interactive announced a league known as the NBA 2K League, and like everybody that was really good at 2K decided to try out for it. Like I said, the first year I didn't make it, and the second year I ended up like doing pretty good and getting drafted by the Wizards in I think the third round they drafted me. So it's like a weird thing because like I told my family they didn't think it was the real thing, and they was like, what are you talking about? You going moving to Washington D.C. to play a video game? So it was just weird. Like nobody knew what was going on. So like I had to explain it to them like the whole process. They still didn't really get it, but like now they understand. I thought the whole thing I went through that one season with the Wizards. We didn't do too good that season, went 7-9, but it was funny. It was a fun experience though. Live out your dreams, be a professional video game player, make money off of it. Work with the NBA, which is really cool. So really, I said I did it for fun and I got really good at it, and it was a fun opportunity. That's why I just kind of stuck with it for a minute.
Yo, that's dope. So, all right, for everyone that's out there in the audience, can you go ahead and tell how much time it really takes to like really become good at playing like these video games like 2K, Call of Duty, whatever the case may be. Like it takes that effort. But I want you, to be able to tell the audience that.
Yeah, so with 2K specifically, like it's not really a hard game to pick up because like, it's one of the lower skill gap games. But like to be one of the best players in the world, you got to perfect your skills. Like you got to like, especially with the game that we played was called Pro Am, which is like 5v5. Like everybody has their own position. Like I was playing power forward, then my team is point guard, shooting guard, small forward, center, whatever. So you're all five players like together as a team. And so everybody has to do their job. Like me as a power forward, if I'm playing defense in the corner. I got to know when to drop and help off the corner guy to start the pick and roll stuff like that. Like it takes hours, man. Like I remember back when I first started playing in 2016, I was like kind of good, but then over the years you can definitely tell I got better just by putting in hours. I remember one time I played like 13 hours in a day, just like playing games and trying to get better and stuff. It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. And also got to have a lot of guys in the same mindset. If they're all trying to make the league or just trying to make money. At the time we was playing like before the league got announced, we were just playing for money and because it was fun. Now the league's got announced like it's like a bigger pool of people trying to make the league and trying to make a name for themselves, trying to become a professional gamer. But for all the people out there, it takes time, man. You can't just pick it up and expect to be the best. You definitely gotta like watch film, put in the reps and stuff, and just try to be the best you can be.
Yeah, I feel that. That's why I know that lifestyle ain't for me because I ain't the one.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna put that much time into it. Like
Yeah.
I just don't got it.
I feel
So
you, same here, man. So I stopped playing myself. I can't. It's too much time.
I feel it, man. So what? So you say so since you stepped away from doing that, so now you became the associate upper deck company. How did you land there? You know, how did this come opportunity come about? You know, what walk me through that.
It's funny you asked that question because literally, man, like after that season two when I was in the league, I ended up like I said, ended up moving back home in Tuscaloosa. Ended up getting a job at the local newspaper at the Tuscaloosa News at the time because one of my friends, guys needed a job at the league. You know, the league is on a 6 month contract, but at 6 months up, I was like, I might as well try to find a job. Cause I was at that time I was still trying to make the league again. So I was trying to find a little job. So I ended up working at Tuscaloosa News stuff for a little bit, trying to like just do something. But the whole process after that, trying to make it back to the league was crazy. Like, cause at the time I was trying to make it back. The draft happened in February of 2020, I think, and I didn't get drafted back. I had interviews with the Celtics, the Jazz, and it was the Grizzlies, Memphis Grizzlies team. None of them picked me up. So at that point, I didn't know what I was gonna do in my life. Like, well, I didn't get drafted this year. I don't feel like trying to put in the time again for next year to try out. So I started looking at jobs on LinkedIn. I started looking at a lot of jobs, but I know I wanted to work within the esports field still. So I put on the search bar esports and just applying for any esports job I can find. And like ran across Upper Deck, saw they had a job opening for a brand manager with experience in esports. So I ended up getting ended up getting a call back from the manager there, talked to him a little bit, told him my background and everything. So that's pretty cool, the whole process. It was actually a long process. It's like a 6 month process. That was in like I said, like March. So I first reached out to him. I
Wow.
had an interview. My first interview was like around like June or July. I didn't start working that till November. So it was like a long process until I ended up getting the job. But like it's a grind in itself. Trying to like I just kept applying for different jobs, and they were the only one that really called me back with with the esports role, which is really cool because actually I like working within this field. Working with esports companies is really cool.
What's some of the things that you learned like working within the esports realm?
Oh, it's pretty cool. Like you see, like because we deal with Edward Deck, make trading cards, consumer products, but you work with different licensors, like like big companies. Like we work at Upper Deck. We have Overwatch League trading cards, so we work with licensors, like making different stuff. Like we have one program called the Game Day Moment program, which like we capture like during Overwatch season, where we capture like a cool moment from that week, make a trading card for fans to have. So you just see like the cool like how the fans love like esports like a lot, and I see how like why it's such a big thing now. Like it's growing bigger and bigger because like the fan engagement is really large. Like stuff like Call of Duty is really big. Yeah, you got so many different titles out there. Like I said, when I play NBA 2K, that's one of the smaller scale esports, but like Call of Duty, Valorant, Overwatch, all those games like that are just huge. So I was learning like like the fan engagement is really real. You see like kind of ins and outs of like how companies market their products to different fans. Besides, because like but the big thing with esports is like getting like jerseys and stuff to fans, stuff like that. Like kind of like regular sports. Fans want jerseys of top players. You can see like the background that goes into all that stuff, like how the hard work behind the scenes is pretty cool.
I know one thing that you mentioned was when you was trying out for these teams that you're trying out for. Can you tell us like what that tryout process was like?
Oh yeah, that trial process, boy. When I first, it's easier now per se because when I was trying out, we had this stuff like it's called the NBA 2K League Combine to try to mirror like the real NBA Combine. But the only thing was like this was back like 2019, it's like almost an open combine, almost anybody in the world. So like all you had to do was complete like 40 games in a rec center, and if people who play 2K know the rec center, it's like just you go in there and just play just against different guys, stuff like that. It's just kind of like a real life version. You go to the gym with the video game version, like you just go in there with your boys, yourself, and just hoop with just random people. So it's like that. You had to do 40 of those with like an 80% win percentage or something like that. And if you did that, you would qualify for the combine. And the combine was like if you ask any player like my age, like the other younger guys who played in it, it's not a fun experience at all. Because you would have some guys in there that was really good at 2K, and you had some guys in there that was terrible, or just came in there literally just like to like joke off and like not really take this thing serious. So it was like if they're in your team, you really can do anything. You just stuck with those guys in your team. So if you got guys that joking off in your team going against five guys at the serious, the score can get really bad. And those games count against you because in the combine, like there was no set criteria what you needed, but like they based it off win percentage, points per game, points responsible for, the assists, all that kind of stuff. Like that, put like a little like metrics, and the teams have access to those stats. So when you completed the combine, the next step was the interview process. So I ended that year. I got lucky. I played like 40 something games. I won like maybe like 27, 28 of them. So I had like a 71% or something like that. It was something crazy. Got lucky and
And
got to the interview stage, the interview with the league. And I told them they asked you questions like, why do you feel like you should be one of the top players in the world and get drafted by one of these teams? All the like the interview questions you go through and everything. and I told him like my little spiel about why I feel like I'm one of the best players in the world, stuff like that. So then so that from that moment right there, from the combine, from like 70 something thousand people, it gets cut down to like 300. So I went from 70,000 to 300.
Oof.
And yeah, that's it's the percentage of making the league is really crazy. Then after that process, then you go to the team interviews, and like that's all based on people like want to interview you. So I got like that first year, I got like 4 interviews. I interviewed with the Wizards, the Sixers, the Wizards, Sixers, some three more teams I interviewed with. I think the Jazz interviewed me that first year too. I forgot. It was different teams, but Endergan, like I said, Endergan drafted by the Wizards. But like that process in itself too, they cut down from 300 to 250, and then from 250, only it was like only 70 something spots I think left in for the draft that year. So it's the number is crazy. Like out of 250 players, like 71 spots I think, and I was one of the players drafted that year in the third round. So that process is hard, man. Like and now it's kind of easier. Like I said, people now play like teams are hosting tournaments. Like if your team wins a tournament, you all five get eligible for the draft pool. So it's easy to get to the pool, but it's still, but the process of getting drafted when itself is still kind of hard though. It's just like it's just hard to get drafted, man. It takes a lot of skill and like, and then nowadays it's hard to get teams want players that can brand themselves because like esports is like about branding. Kind of what I do in my job, brand management. It's about branding yourself, branding your, help branding your team. So like that means creating content through YouTube, streaming, like we talked about a little bit, streaming through Twitch, things of that nature. Because in the day, esports is like a lot of the stuff is like on the players themselves, like help create revenue for themselves, not just through a contract. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that does sound crazy. So, speaking of, brand management, building brands on Twitch and YouTube and you know, help me. So, I started streaming,
Hmm.
earlier this year. I hit Twitch affiliate. And, I was kind of streaming in and out every now and then I kind of just took a break from it and just kind of been working on my streaming stuff in the background, just building up some transitions, just trying to figure out what platform I really want to focus on the most. But for everyone that's out there, can you give us some tips on how to go about building a brand, whether you're on Twitch or on YouTube or Facebook game or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I think that's one of the key points. I don't know if you know a guy named Nick Merckx, but he's one of the top streamers in the world. Streams like shooters, like Call of Duty, stuff like that. But I know I can tell you like, some stuff he said, like some of the two of the key like components of being a top streamer, or just really a streamer in general. You got to be one is like entertaining. If you're not entertaining, it's hard to like get an audience. You got to have like find your like your niche, whatever, like what you're good at. Like if you're funny, try to be funny. If you like just do quirky stuff, or just kind of be, you got to be entertaining. Like I can give you an example. A guy named Madden God. Like you know if you watch him, he's a Facebook gaming streamer. He's hilarious, man. He has like all this kind of special effects he does like during the game. Like he'll literally take all 30 seconds to run a play, just do like his little theatrics in the background. It's really funny. But, like he has like stuff like that. You got to be on like just some sort of entertainment. Then the second thing, you got to be good at the game. Like if you not necessarily the best, but like you're good enough to where, like people enjoy watching. They come to your stream and like especially if you're playing like competitive games like Call of Duty and stuff like that. If you're dying every few seconds, nobody gonna watch that. So you gotta be kind of good. Or so if you play like if you have some entertainment, you can always play like scary games. Some people like watching scary games, like first person games, stuff like that. People watch that kind of stuff. But and another thing I think is consistency too. Like I know the start stop, everybody wants to get a lot of viewers and everything, but like it doesn't work like that. Like even me, like if I stream now, I'll probably get like 3 or 4 viewers. I'm not consistent, so like, it's all about consistency and growing the
For
audience.
that.
In the day, people like they want to stick with you, they're gonna stick with you from the beginning. So you got to like grow an audience, stay consistent. I think it's really the top two things: entertaining, be competitive. If you're playing like, any kind of like competitive game, and like consistency. I think it's the top two things for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I know for me, my biggest thing will always be the consistency
Hmm.
because I just my schedule is it fluctuates, so I just don't got the consistent
Yeah.
schedule like that. And so, I mean, I play a lot of RPGs from time to time and
Hmm.
JPRPG. Um, and every now and then I jump into like your typical like Smash or I'm trash at Apex. Don't ask me to play that,
Yeah, I'm
but
not good either.
boy, I don't see how people play that, man. That's a whole
Yeah,
different story.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yo, so my co-host, so he's not able to make it today, but he did. I told him like, yo, bro, we got this person. I was reading off your resume and stuff. He like, dang, really wish I could be there. So he wanted to make sure I'm gonna make sure I ask these questions for him. But one of the things he wanted to know was, what do you think about the state of 2K?
2K is the end of the day. It's 2K, man. They're a billion-dollar company. Like they're gonna like make their money. People are gonna buy the game every year because literally the only game out there. But I would say if some other games would come along and like have a good game, like if NBA Live or something was come along and actually put up a fight, Because right now, I think they announced recently. I don't know the NBA or no, it's FIFA. I think announced they're getting rid of all the licenses for FIFA. I wish it was 2K did the same thing. So like other companies can now have like rights to those teams in the soccer world. So if the NBA was do the same thing, and like because 2K has all the rights to all those teams, if they were to get rid of that just exclusive to NBA 2K, some other company could come along and make a basketball video game. But right now, 2K has like those rights and everything. I don't know it's solely rights. I know NBA Live can still make games with like all the teams and everything. So I don't think it's solely rights to the NBA, but like it's just right now that company is making a video game, basketball video game right now. Somebody's really competing with it. But the state of it right now, like I said, is end of the day, it's still 2K, man. They have their bugs, their stuff like that. It's gonna take forever to fix it. They're gonna like the game right now. This year is like defense oriented. There's a lot of defense this year. Like last year there was a problem. Everybody get dunked on last year. This year it's hard to dunk on people. There's never like a balance really. It's just every year you gotta find like especially like guys like me that play competitive. We just find like the cheesiest stuff that works. Like anything you can do to exploit the game and just do it over and over again to win. Like this year, you can go in the paint and just like back somebody down and just do a layup and just goes in 9 times out of 10. So it's hard to stop layups this year in the paint, if you're a big man. So this is always every year is like I always find like the niche of the game, like what you can do to get your edge of the opponent, and that's how 2K goes, man. It's just every year is like find a little cheese that works and stick with that.
Facts. That's probably the reason why I probably don't play 2K competitively like that. I
Yeah,
just like, I'm just in it to, just have some fun, just play some ball real quick, work on my player. He may
yeah.
not
My
get
player's
no
fun.
ball. Yeah, he may not get no more than an 80 just because of my time. But
Yep,
at least I put in some effort.
that's all that
But
matters, man.
for real though. But so one thing that also want to ask is speaking of, we kind of talked about like the streamers and such, but other people, like especially like in the YouTube community, like do you think that like the YouTube community is a hindrance to 2K because of the people that's constantly complaining or just talking about the game and whatnot?
It's weird. The YouTube community, a lot of guys like I don't know if you know a guy named Agent Zero. He's always big on basketball games. I actually like when I was first starting in the community, I loved watching his videos. He always like good breakdown of 2K and stuff like that. But he's transitioned. I know a lot of guys like big guys like the guy named Sluminati. He was big on 2K back in the day. A lot of guys after they make it big in YouTube, they kind of like go away from 2K, which is smart because like 2K just solely 2K content and YouTube is not going to get you a lot of views and stuff. A lot of guys that blow to a certain extent, they start doing more like RL videos, different kind of content. But later, I really can't blame them like if they like say something negative about it because at the end of the day they're just frustrated. They just showing their frustration about the game. Like I said, like every year is always something going on with the game, and like it's just never really balanced. So like, all I can say they're really like hindering 2K is just they just showing their frustration for it, which you can't blame them. 2K got to like try to make a fun game for everybody, which is hard to do because I was gonna be something. Someone gonna find somebody that's gonna find something wrong with the game no matter what. So it's just they just gotta 2K at this point. They gotta stick with their guns, put out hopefully the best product they can figure out, and just go with it. Like just figure out something going with the game. Like Mike Wang is one of the video game coordinators at 2K. He's on Twitter all the time, like asking for feedback about what we should do this year, what should do that year. And like people always like respond to his tweets and kind of like listen to him. He'll try to fix something like every year different for the game. And it's like just hopefully I can just just try to get better every year. Because I know last year people was complaining about like how the game really didn't really transition well from 20 to 21. It was like the same game per se. But I say for 22 is definitely a different game. It's just like I won't say it's the best game, but it's different though. I guess if people wanted something different in the last 2 years. So I don't know. It's the end of the day. I just call it 2K, man. I just play. I buy it every year. So I really got no complaints.
Right, right, right. Um, so switching gears a little bit. So going back to to Upper Deck company, can you like tell the audience a little bit about your day-to-day activities with this company right now?
Okay, so yeah, Upper Deck hired me, like I said, as the esports brand manager. So day-to-day activities, I work closely with licensors from different like esports companies, like but actually that's the esports, but gaming in general, like trying to help make consumer products, get into the market and stuff. Like I said, right now we have Overwatch that's on the market. People are familiar with the Overwatch video game. It's like a PC game. I think it's on console as well, but most people play on a PC. And they have a league. I know it's Overwatch league. It's been like 3 seasons now, I think. And the recent champion has been the Shanghai Dragons, just recently won. But we make products like that. And yeah, we just day-to-day activities work with licensors, work with my project managers, my marketing managers, help like get these products out to market. Like even we have a Twitter page. I think it's Upper Deck with Esports on Twitter, and we constantly posting about our Overwatch products and stuff like that. We recently released a Overwatch League Series 2 product to market we have our own we have a virtual trading card website known as ePack where you can like literally like download. You can literally like instead of having physical cards, you can have like cards like on our website, in open packs like that. Because some people like, I don't know if you noticed these days, but trading cards is like hard to find. Because during COVID, the market went crazy. Like people would start buying trading cards, like and it was crazy. So like we're one of the companies that like kind of got blessed by that because we make trading cards and everything. So all our stuff that was on shelves and stores like gone. So we're constantly trying to keep up with the market. Markets want more cards right now. We're trying to keep up with the markets, advertise for like for trading cards. So right now, so we have stuff on the they can't speak of because license agreement stuff like that. But we got stuff coming out soon. That everybody's gonna be liking everything. It's gonna be really cool for the esports community and like gaming in general. So I'm looking forward to that. Like so everyday activities though, I just work with licensors, work with my project manager, market managers. I keep Twitter post updates. We actually stream on Twitch too. We have our upper deck Twitch stream. We play Overwatch on stream and everything. Do giveaways and stuff like that. So we're trying to expand our esports realm, and that's why they kind of brought me there to help expand that, get in more touch with the gaming community, and while talking about trading cards and stuff like that, keep because our core value is trading cards, but we also trying to get into the video game like arena too, with esports fans and video game fans alike.
Yeah, that's super dope. So okay, so one of the things that I wanted to talk about too was the trading cards because I know like they go up and down like a stock market. So
Yeah.
some sometimes they're like they hottest thing on the market, and then some things like you can't get nobody to buy them.
Mhm.
What causes that?
It's just like anything, man. It's just what if somebody willing to pay for something? Like I know, like I've seen recently. I know Luka Doncic's card sold for like 4.5 million. A Michael Jordan card recently sold. Maybe I think it was higher than that actually. And the LeBron James card, rookie card that sold for 1.8 million. And the LeBron James card actually upper deck card. We used to have a license for NBA before Panini took it and everything. Right now we solely have an NHL like entertainment licenses and stuff like that. But right then like upper deck was like big in basketball, so like a lot of those cards got sold like upper deck cards is really cool. But like I say, it's just like just the market value, whoever what somebody willing to pay for. Like I have a signed, Jalen Green with the Houston Rockets. I have a signed Jalen Green card,
Mhm.
but we got as an employee exclusive, only employees got it. So that card, I went after that card for a while. Hopefully, like that value goes up. Right now, I got it on sale with like 3K. I might sell it for more. If he go like he wins Rookie of the Year or something like that, that card that price is going up on that card. So stuff like that, like just like it's really like the rate of the card too. Like you only get it like a 1 of 1 or 1 of 25. That's like their market value goes up too. Something like more basic, like just a regular card anybody can get, not gonna have as high as value. But like I said, it's something that's really rare, like really shiny, how the holographic stuff and stuff like that as well. A lot of cards like we make patch cards, like the LeBron James rookie card that's sold with like a Ricky patch. So within the card have a piece of his jersey inside that card, which makes it really, really cool too. I actually got some cards back. I can really oh we don't like this is I can show you on camera. I have one of my cards I got. So give me 1 second. I'll show you it's a cool
All right.
card I got. So give me 1 second.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So yeah, what we have here is I'll show you a patch card I'm talking about. This is our Overwatch League cards. So I'll show you what I mean with the patch card. Literally, we put a piece of jersey inside the card. It's really cool. So I'll see what everybody can see it on camera or not. Let's see real quick. All right, so I'll try to put this on camera. So this is like a patch card that literally yellow.
Oh
This
yeah.
is literally a piece of that guy's jersey within the card. And like this stuff is like it's thicker too, like a thick card because you got to hold the jersey. So this stuff
Right.
costs a lot of money to make because you got to literally get the jersey, cut it up, put it in the card, and like this stuff goes like a lot of money. So this is like overall. It's like that's like a LeBron James jersey with a piece of like an NBA jersey in the card. That's going for some bread. So yeah, and I guess I'll show you one more example of. We have a stuff called a die cut card. What we make, we actually cut the card up to a certain shape, and like we just choose the shape depends on what we're going for. So this is a die cut card. This is another different technology too. So this card is not a complete square. We cut it to a certain like shape.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. Then I guess one more example is an autograph card. Autograph cards are pretty much whether it's self-explanatory, have autographs on them from the players. So you're one of those. But yeah, like yeah, that's what I help make, man. Like these cards. So I can find your autograph one real quick. And also we have Marvel. At Upper Deck we have the Marvel license too, so we make a lot of Marvel trading cards as well. So you can expect some cool Marvel stuff to come out from us as well too. Trying to find your autograph card. I had like one autograph. Autograph cards are actually harder to get too because like they're more rare. Just like anything, like a rare cards are harder to get. This is an autograph card. It's simple as that. Autograph on the card.
Yeah.
Yep. So Yeah, that's what I make, man. That's what I do on a daily. Help make these cards. I don't produce them myself. I just like help with the typing stuff, like help like the designs, pretty much help people come up like to approve, get them approved and stuff like that. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
but
much what we do.
that's that's hella fire. Just because them cards, like obviously I know you gonna take care of your cards because they in a
Oh yeah,
binder. They probably in
got them in the
plastic.
binder. Yeah,
Yeah, I already know, but they look really actually crisp and clean.
yeah,
Like compared to some like my older memories of like keeping up with trading cards. Like my brother, older brother, he had I know he had a slew of cards. Like he had like probably like a War Payton rookie card, Emmitt Smith. Like he
yeah,
had like a tons of stuff. No idea what happened to it for all we know.
yeah. You
But
hate that because that stuff probably worth a lot of money these days. That's the crazy part. I know exactly.
I
I
don't
had some Yu-Gi-Oh
know.
cards. I can't find them things worth like 20K now. Some old school Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So it's crazy.
That's see, that takes me back because I used to try to collect some you. Look, we was broke by then. So my parents was not trying to
I know how it
buy.
goes. I know how it goes, man.
Fam,
Same.
man, that was the hardest thing to do. I used to try to wager or try to get some
Yep.
cards from friends because I was like, yo, I wanna get into this, but finances ain't gonna allow me to. And by the time I'm old enough to actually buy it, everyone moved on, or
Hmm.
it ain't the newest thing right now.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, like I said, that's what pretty much what I do, man, on a daily. Like I said the jelly and green card I have. I should have showed you that card. The jelly and green card is pretty cool. I said we got that because it was an employee exclusive. We got it as a gift from our company. So like, because Jalen Green, like I don't know if it's announced yet. I think it is because it's literally signed it. He's like a athlete with us at the upper deck. Like he does like stuff like that
Hmm.
for us. So he signed a whole bunch of cards for us and everything. They're literally only employee exclusives. Only employees got them. So it maybe 200 out there only. Like all employees got them. So I'm holding on to that card for a while. So see how it goes.
Yeah, hold up, because I think that dude's gonna have a hell of a career.
Yeah, I do for sure. Like I said, I hope he wins Rookie of the Year. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty dope right there.
Yeah. Um, if you want, you can go ahead and show the card because I'm curious to see what it looks like
Okay, I
now.
got you. Yeah, I see. I got you. Give me
Yeah.
1 second. So I got everything like put up and everything. Give me 1 second.
Yep, you good.
So yeah, so they first sent it to me. That's when I first started working here too. Like I'm not, it's not touched the area. It's just literally like sitting in there. You can see it really good.
Mm,
But yep, this is autograph on it.
boy.
And this is literally his like this future watch card. Like this for even made the league, even got drafted. So it's like the only card out there right now of him. That's the back of it. And the back of it reads like, congratulations, you got this employee exclusive card. And it's made by I think SP exclusive, yeah, employee exclusive. So it has all the silver, right, the silver lettering and everything. Like you see him. So and so he signed it too.
Mm,
So yeah. So like I said, this mug is in my collection, just chilling. If somebody wants to buy it. The price don't go. The price don't go up. Though right now it's like I got a 3K, but his keeps balling out. I'm gonna keep raising the price up. So
dang, that's crazy. But that's actually really super cool that the company gave y'all the like player
mhm.
exclusive. It's like giving someone stock in the company. Like here,
Yeah, exactly.
you
It's pretty
know,
cool. I call it like that's like a person getting a bonus. I feel like 'cause this they can go anywhere between like 3K to like you probably one day I might sell this car for 25K. Who knows? So it's pretty cool.
yeah. How can you go about like figuring out like the rarity of certain cards? Like it's just a matter of research,
Oh
or is there
yeah.
like a website you can go
Really,
to?
the rare to their car is like it just depends on the market value. But that grading a car, like as in like I forgot the name of the company. Everybody knows the name of the company. You grade a car like the grade how better how good a condition it's in, like 10 minutes, 9 good, 8 like kind of whatever thing. I forgot what company does that. But if I'm gonna figure it out, it's literally a company that grades cards. But
Mhm.
that's how you can sell them to those people. They're graded for you. Then you can get it back, and they have like a little case was a 10 out of 10 condition, whatever. But like the rate of the cards, just all depends on really like I say, if it's a 1 of 1, 1 out of 50. Like I said, this is on employee exclusive, so it's kind of the turn. It's not no set rarity per se, but like if it's a 1 of 1, like not only one is only one card produced, so that's super. You know what I'm saying? You're the only one that got
Right,
that
right,
card. So or one of
right.
50, so like 50 in the world. So that's kind of like that as well. You base it off that because what we do on our cards, like on our sets, on the internet, we keep a odds tab. So if you get a card that says this is like 1 of 1 or 1 out of like 124, the more rare that card is per se. So That's how you determine the rarity, and then then that it goes next step, how much the people willing to pay for it. Then also too, who the person is as well. That's also matters in the price and stuff too. Like you got LeBron James, like Cleveland Cavaliers card. Those gonna be more rare because there's he played them for his first few years. Then he went on to the Heat and stuff like that. Same with KD, like on the Kevin Durant Super Sonics card. Like he didn't play there for 1 year, because then he switched to Oklahoma City Thunder. So stuff like that. Like it's all so many factors that factor into how rare of a card is. Or say a company like makes a basketball card, they're no longer a company no more. So then you can never find those cards again. So stuff like that all factors into it, and the price and stuff like that too.
Yeah, all that makes sense, man. When you as soon as you said like KD in a Supersonics uniform, that
Yep.
like those are one of my favorite uniforms in it.
Hmm.
Uh, just because like the green and yellow look, I
Yep.
wish they eventually put another team back.
They might one day. Hope so. Hope they do.
I hope so too. They definitely deserve. I mean, they still got the women's side. They still got the
Oh yeah,
Seattle Storm
Seattle
there.
Storm. Yep, and they're pretty good too. So that's good. I got a team out there for sure. Hey, hopefully one
Yeah,
day they do go back to NBA. We'll have to see. That'd be pretty cool for sure.
yeah, definitely. So do you think like schools, like when I talk about schools like colleges or even I even go down to high school level, like do you think that they should offer or do more for esports?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Because as you say that, it's cool. A lot of schools are actually offering more esports programs. I feel like it's more like probably out west and maybe more like the Midwest and like North. I know I'm from Alabama in the South. When I went back home and did an interview for our local news station. There's actually a few schools that were offering esports programs. So it just depends on the area. Depends like how much schools are willing to spend on it. Because some schools still like they value traditional sports over esports. Like they say, I'd rather you like go play football or basketball, baseball, whatever, than to be a professional video game player, which I understand. Like, still, esports is still growing. So a lot of people not really fully invest into it yet. But like, I definitely say, I feel like every school should definitely like take a look into like investing in esports because it's definitely the future. With esports, I don't think you're using your hands, your eyes. Like, you gotta worry about going out getting hurt, getting injured. So I don't think he really suffers hand injury the most, no. So like esports definitely I feel like is the future, and like I feel like a lot of schools should definitely invest into it because I think it's not the only way to go, but really up really because it's just I don't see the negative effects for it really. A lot of people, have some parents still concerned too much video game time, but I feel like you're doing your schoolwork and everything, you get everything handled you should, your grades are looking good. As long as handle that stuff first, then set a time limit on how long you can practice. Just like regular sports, set a time limit how long your teams can practice for, and don't go overboard. You should be okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree with all that. I know for me, the college I graduated from, Indiana Tech,
Hmm.
they are starting to give out esports scholarships like for certain games. I forget some of the games that they
Yeah.
mentioned. Dang, I can't think of the games right now. Anyways, but I thought I was like, yo, that's super cool. But how lucky kids are nowadays that they can get a scholarship for video games, like for esports in general. I wish like I had the opportunity. I probably would have put more time into video games. Not that I should have, but um, it just I feel like this is just another opportunity for kids to try to make it. The more opportunities, not everyone is athletic and gifted and can go do these things. Some people are gifted as far as like video games. It's more than just playing video games. Be able to some think ahead or to anticipate or a lot of stuff that kind of goes in a game.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's definitely a good point. Like I say, hopefully, it's just more schools continue to invest in them, and then like I say, we'll just how it goes. I know a lot of college, they have like college Call of Duty, like they have those a lot of tournaments going on. Like I know Valorant is really big now. Like I think Overwatch as well. So a lot of colleges are really taking advantage of the people giving out like I said, giving out scholarships and stuff. So that's a really cool thing. So I'm just excited to see how it goes.
What is or how hard it is for athletes to be endorsed by a trading card company? Or say, for example, say this athlete is like primarily overseas. Like, do you find as though it may be difficult for them to obtain an endorsement or obtain a trading card behalf?
It depends on talking about like professional athletes or more esports athletes.
Uh, Professional athletes.
It depends because if they're big enough, you can definitely and it depends on the company too. It's like, so we like it's all about like rights and stuff. Like right now, we have exclusive rights to NHL, like a lot of entertainment, like that Marvel, like when I do esports or Overwatch. Then I know like we even you got a deal with AEW wrestling, so we have like wrestling. We make wrestling cards now. So it depends if the person is big enough to have their own individual, deal, or if they like within the company, like like I said, AEW wrestling, NHL. So people like Jalen Green, like we signed them like exclusive. I think Miles Bridges is with us too. We made a couple cards for him as well. So like, if you're a big enough like athlete, like overseas, if you're looking at you, definitely probably get you a deal. I know Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan, LeBron James are some of our bigger like even Ben Simmons. They're some of our bigger like athletes that are known like exclusive deals with us. Like LeBron James has been an athlete with us since like I think his rookie year. I think. Saying I know Jordan's been in for a while too. So like we have like on our website we have a pair of like Bread 11s signed by Michael Jordan going for like I know it's above 500K. I think it's pretty yeah. So we get like exclusive stuff like that from him. Like we get signed jerseys from him and everything. If you go on our website, you'll see like all kinds of cool stuff like signed AD poster. I have a signed AD poster. I forgot to tell you that. I got a signed AD poster. Pretty cool. So yeah, it's cool stuff like that. You get like also get from the company. So this is cool stuff. Like just if you're big enough, an overseas athlete, would definitely. Like, I'm pretty sure they can get signed by esports trading card company. Like so I don't know what other companies do, such as Panini and Tops. I know Tops has baseball, but recently lost that to Fanatics. So I'm not sure like whatever like athletes or what different companies. Like Panini has NBA, but they lose that to Tops as well. So not Tops, but Fanatics as well. So yeah, the whole trading card company industry is like crazy right now. So like, we don't know that like companies we're standing like I guess to sign individual athletes. I'm not sure on that, but I think we're the only ones that really do that for real.
Wow. Yeah, Fanatics is really starting to like from my perspective, I don't really look at things like that or look into it like Fanatics is starting to become really into the gear stuff. And I was really heavily involved in the WNB side of things. So like, I know their stuff starting to take off.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be good for the trade card industry. If Fanatics is like just taking everything over, because I don't know where to see how it goes. It's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Is like so is trading cards really just primarily big in the US or is it really just like a is it really national?
It's big in the U.S., but I know a few people overseas and stuff. I wish we like our trading cards. I sent on Twitter. Wish that we shipped to like certain companies, like certain countries, like 'cause they're not big. And I think people in the UK were asking about some trading cards on Twitter one time that they want some. So it's really big in the US because it started here kind of like back in the day like baseball cards and back in like 80s and stuff like people collecting cards like that. So I think it's really big in the US and Canada because hockey. I know people collect hockey cards. 'Cause we like so we make got a license for NHL. So I know it's big in US and Canada. So overseas maybe not as big, but like I know Overwatch. A lot of those guys in Overwatch are like from the China like Korea area and everything. So some people want those cards, those kind of players over there. So it's just like it's getting a little bit bigger overseas. It's not as big as it is in the US though.
Okay. Yeah, I just curious. I feel as though like overseas may not gravitate as much to trading cards, but they can definitely like grow to really want those trading cards and thus just doubling the value of the whole entire industry because now you ain't tapped into the whole.
Yep, that's how it's gonna go. Like I say, if it just takes an athlete from over there, or somebody like looks like follows a person like that, and they see the trading card, it just get bigger and bigger.
Um, so I know I asked about being like an advice for streamers and stuff. What about any advice for people that are in the marketing industries? How can what type of advice could you give to those people that are trying to pursue marketing?
I would think really my best advice, like I said, me, I had an untraditional route to get here. Like I literally kind of really I landed this job because of my background, like within esports. Really, I mean, I have to have a degree in college and everything, but like really my esports knowledge helped me. But I guess people that are pursuing like a career in marketing or branding really just gotta like I know for sure these days I would say you need like a probably I would say you need a master's degree, but if you can get a master's degree, go for it. I didn't get it. I didn't want to. I didn't like school that much, but you get a master's degree, I say go for that master's degree and like try to narrow your field down. It's like you want to do more marketing side, more branding side, and just like and then find something you're passionate about too. Like I'm working with like branding within the esports industry, which is really cool because I'm passionate about esports. So you can do like marketing or branding within like regular sports. You can do it within like any industry you like you're comfortable with because you can do it within any marketing and branding for any like kind of industry. I can do dental marketing or branding with it, but I won't like it as much as esports. So like I'll say find something you're passionate about and try to like get into that field too, and just like study like knowledge. Get knowledge about the industry you're trying to go into as well and just work your hardest. I would definitely say get good with social media because a lot of people like branding within social media too to get very adept at social media these days. If you can do any kind of graphic design work, So I think I know marketing. A lot of this people want social media people that can do graphic design, can edit videos, all kinds. So you can do any of that kind of stuff. I obviously go for like you get good at that because I'm not the best at that kind of stuff myself. But like you can get good at that, they can definitely get some extra money too because you can kind of like control the whole branding of what social media. Probably get double pay. Who knows? Like it just depends on the company. I was just thinking, just you get very well at social media and like Photoshop and all that kind of like graphic design kind of things would really go a long way for sure.
All right, sounds like I'm on my way. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, some of that stuff I picked up along the way because I do time I do the edit podcast. Also, so I had to go do Photoshop. It's been adding little skills here and there. So it's been fun. But yeah, I think so that wraps up our first part of our interview. So we'll go ahead and transition into our rapid fire round, which we
Okay.
call the game within the game. So this is a little fun segment that we do every episode. So we got a lot of typical questions, but we throwing some kind of like some tailored questions towards you. Question for you is, are you play?
And so what was the question again?
And so my question for you is, are you ready to play?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, yeah. I thought the question. I read that's the question. Okay, never. I'm ready to
All
play.
right. First question is chocolate chip cookies or oatmeal raisin?
Chocolate chip easy. Yeah, chocolate chip.
All right, that's cool. I look, I got a love for chocolate chip. I prefer oatmeal, but I can't look. I'm weird, so I cheated on oatmeal cookies with chocolate chip. So I feel like I probably should just be
I
a person that love chocolate chip cookies.
would say oatmeal without the raisins. I do oatmeal cookies are cool. Still chocolate chip above them, but like I just don't like raisins like that. Like this, nah. Got the chocolate chip.
But yeah, because aren't you a vegan?
I was at one point. I was definitely vegan. I did it for like 3 months, but now I'm like I call myself a part time vegan now. Like I do vegan meals from time to time, but like it's yeah, I'm like a part time vegan now. I still like vegan food, but like I still like eat meat from time to time too. So it's kind of weird.
What made you want to like become a part time vegan or wanted to be interested in becoming a
I,
vegan?
I just wanted to try. Like I was trying to I was interested in that lifestyle. Like it was cool. Like only thing about being a vegan, like I'm the thing I'm not a fan of is like imitating meat, like the fake chicken, the fake like hamburger meat and stuff. I was not a fan of that. I'd rather just eat vegetables and like no non-dairy products all day. Like I'm a fan of like rice and beans, like stuff like that. Like I'd rather just eat that instead of trying to eat like fake chicken or fake beef. So it was cool for a while, but then you get tired of it, like, I'll just go back to like being regular. But I will say it has helped me. Like I don't eat as much meat as I used to. Like certain stuff, I don't like pork like as much as I used to. I eat steak from time to time, a little bit chicken, but like I don't try to eat too much beef either right now. So it's helped me a lot. I try, like I said, that's why I was having a part time class. Sometimes I eat a vegan meal without any meat and don't even feel like I needed, like a protein like that. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah, nope. More power to you because the more vegetables you can eat, especially for us, the better off you
Yeah.
are. Yeah, more power to you. TV shows or movies?
I think I'm a movie person. I really can't binge watch TV like that. Like I'm not a big binge watch person. Like I can't focus on like shows. I don't know how people can watch like 10 episodes straight. Like I get uninterested. But I'm more of a movie person for sure.
Okay, favorite movie.
Space Jam, favorite movie of all time is Space Jam. I know one of the best movie ever made, but like it's pretty fire to me though.
No, I agree with that. Look, I grew up loving Space Jam, so look, I need to get my bell command working, but that's when I insert the bell, but like ding 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 ding. All right. Who's your top five in the NBA? Now you can do also all time if you want to, but your top five in the NBA.
So all time, or I do both or just one or the other. I can do all time and
Your
current.
choice. Yeah, your choice, your world.
I mean, I do currently. So I hate to do that. I'm a LeBron. I'm a big LeBron fan, but currently I'm probably have to go like kind of what everybody else went. I'm probably do Katie, Giannis, LeBron, Steph, and then fifth is probably gonna be the fifth is up the grab. You can go Luca or Jokic. I'm gonna go Luca over Jokic though. But Jokic is cold too. But your top five is like right now. Still, I'm a LeBron fan. But I'm gonna go Katie, Giannis, LeBron, Curry, and Luca.
Luca's that deal.
That boy
You
cold.
know, yeah, that's one cold white boy. That's for sure.
He's nice. He's nice.
For real. Um, but yes, okay. So here's a tough one for you. Would you prefer Vince Carter or Tracy McGrady?
In their prime or all time?
Both.
Man, Vince Carter was cold too. T Mac had a shorter prime because of injuries. I'm gonna go T Mac though. That boy was cold when he was in his bag. He was in his bag. I'm gonna go T Mac for sure.
Yeah, like I can't question the longevity of Vince Carter because that man was in the league
Yeah,
forever.
you know what I'm saying, like longevity. He definitely is definitely cold for sure.
Definitely. If you can go pro in any sport other than basketball, what would it be?
I say soccer. Soccer, you get like big contracts. You make it to the big clubs. I'll say soccer for sure.
Okay, I agree with that. Uh, your favorite sports moment that you've seen or witnessed?
Probably the 2013 finals when Ray Allen hit that shot. That was crazy. I mean, I watched that live. I was scared they were gonna lose that series. I was like, whoop, LeBron lost again, man. You know, so I'm a LeBron fan, and I hate when the haters hate on him. They always looking for some reason to hate on. They used to hate on even the Ray Allen made that shot. They said the Ray Allen saved him. Like, come on, bro, relax. It's basketball. People gonna hit shots no matter what. So
I
that's one
don't,
of my
I don't
favorite.
know, I don't know why people hate on LeBron so much. Like,
Jordan too much, man. You know, or the media probably. I don't know. It's weird how that whole thing is. I don't know. So I'm a LeBron fan. I'm not a diehard LeBron fan, but like I respect this game. Like to me, it's one of the best ever. I still put him on with Jordan, but like, I ain't gonna lie, Jordan's still one of the best too. They're like 1A, 1B to me. Jordan's 1B, obviously, but 1A. But yeah.
I respect that. I respect that. Your favorite pair of shoes?
Whew. I'm a sneaker. I'm quote unquote a sneakerhead, so I have like a few pair. But I guess my favorite all time is probably the Raptor Sevens, like the Jordan Raptor Sevens. But back then they weren't technically the Raptors; they're more the charcoals. I heard they were called, but that's probably my favorite pair of shoes right there, the Jordan Raptor Sevens.
Okay. I'm a semi shoe head, so again, I got a budget. I got that.
Yeah,
So
same. Same. I don't bought a pair like I used to like, all throughout college and stuff. I was buying a lot of pair, but I slowed down the past few years. So yeah, but I think it's my favorite pair though. Then the second favorite pair is probably the Jordan One Royal Blues. Probably my second favorite pair.
all right. If you could be a hype man for any artist, who would it be?
Hype man for any artist? Ah, man, that's a good question. I'd probably say probably Little Baby or 21 Savage. I probably Little Baby though. I feel like Baby he gets hype. Probably Little Baby be a good hype man for him.
Hey, his beats be nice stuff. Beats alone would get me.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. Uh, since you guys have Marvel, who's your top five Marvel characters?
Hey, top five Marvel characters. I would have to go probably number one. I'd probably say Iron Man number one. Iron Man, he's the goat. Iron Man number one. Probably number two, Captain America. Number three, Black Panther. Number four, Spider Man. Spider Man, I could put top three. I probably put him top. So Spider Man, I just put him number four. Then I think Wolverine number five. When I was growing up, Wolverine's one of my favorite characters, but like he's number five. 'Cause that's Iron Man's Captain America and Black Panther like they're top three for me, but they Spider Man and Wolverine round out the top five.
Solid top five. No complaints to hear.
Yeah.
No complaints here. So, one of my personal favorite Gambit.
Gambit was cool. Gambit was cool, boy. He was cool too. I had an over the game. I was to go to the arcades, Capcom versus Marvel, whatever it was called. Gambit was a
Yes.
cool character. He was cool. Like character, the cards and stuff.
Yep. Yep. Um. Okay. So, what would be your top five favorite video game?
Let's see. Top five favorite video games. Are we doing years or just a series, like just a company, like the series, like 2K
You could you could
21
do
or
you could do years if you want to specifically call out that particular one.
okay? Because I know like back in the day, like I was. Cause it's funny, I came fresh in 2K. I was literally my first love was Madden. I grew up playing Madden a lot, so I think like probably number one be Madden '04 with Vic on the cover. '05 was still cold too with Ray Lewis and my team Dolphins were good that year too. We had Ricky Williams and that nice defense. But I think Madden '04 would be number one. And number two behind that would probably be I probably put GTA San Andreas up there too. San Andreas was a cool game. And growing up, I couldn't get the game at first when I was a kid because it's too much violence. My mom said so I couldn't get. I had to wait till I got older, finally get it. But yeah, so yeah, I said Madden '04, GTA San Andreas, Metal Gear Solid 2. People don't really know about Metal Gear Solid like that, but back on PS2, that game was
Damn.
really cool. Metal Gear Solid was a cool game. I probably put that number three. Then 2K maybe 17 when I first started playing professionally. Not professional, I guess quote unquote professional competitively. 2K17 number four. Then number five, probably Call of Duty Black Ops 2. That game, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I remember playing that summer 2012. Me and my cousin all summer. One of the best Call of Duties ever to me. Yeah, I think that's a solid top five. Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, Madden 04, 2K17, Metal Gear Solid, and GTA San Andreas. That's a solid five.
Yeah, that is look. All right, so first I want to talk about this Metal Gear, the Metal Gear 2, because that game was
Mhm.
look, it's cold, but me and Metal Gear is hard for me. I don't know why. Like I need to go back in because don't they have a remake for that one or no?
You could probably buy the game on PS4, PS5. Like if it's in the store, you can just play it on like the newer system. Cause I know like Metal Gear Solid 4, Sons of Liberty was like a PS3. I never played that one. Last one I played was I think Metal Gear Solid 2 was Sons of Liberty. Metal Gear Solid 4 was something else, something about the Patriots, something like that. But the last I played 2 and 3. Number 3 was Snake Eater. I remember Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. It was really fire too, but 2 was cold. So I remember just playing 2 and beating it and playing 3. I mean I beat that too, but 2 was one of my favorite ones. One of the best games of all time. I remember like I think you can literally Google it and it's like a 9 point some rating out of 10. It was one of the best games ever.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that. I need to. That was one of the things I wanted to do was go back and play the Metal Gear series. I ain't gonna start
Hmm.
on play the very first one with the PS1 because I've
Yeah.
seen the videos of those where they talk about the dude, like they know what's on your memory card. I don't want to go through that. I
Yeah.
wanna I just want to pick up on two and just see if I can actually play the game all over.
Yeah, it's definitely hard. I think I played on the medium skill level. I don't know if I played on the hardest skill level because you play on the hardest skill level, them guards they see you and everything. It's hard, bro. So I think I play like on just name normal.
I feel that. Yeah, one I'm gonna give you my quick five real quick. For me it was man, it's changed. Final Fantasy 9, Kingdom Hearts, recently add Persona 5 to the mix. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and add the Call of Duty, just because of the memories and stuff I had playing though, especially playing as zombies
Yeah, people love
with
zombies. I'm not a big zombies fan personally, but a lot of people love zombies.
yeah for sure. And then Jack and Dexter.
Okay,
Uh,
solid,
those
solid.
are my five. All right, almost close to the last question. But if you had a chance to take over any organization, who would you choose?
Professional esports or just anything.
Anything. Like you can take over Chase Bank just because he want all their money. It could be it could be somebody's airlines, it could be a team, professional team, like you want to take over the Dallas Cowboy. Your choice, your world, you get the
I would
keys.
say probably Amazon. That boys like Jeff Bezos making money off of Amazon like it's
Or
nothing. Like the dead or Microsoft. But I'll say probably go. I don't know. I like Microsoft better. I'll probably say Microsoft. I'll take over Microsoft. Tell Bill Gates. He ain't the CEO no more. I think he stepped down anyway. So they just get the keys. Take over Microsoft.
I feel that. All right. I'm not mad at the Microsoft pick. That's pretty good. Pretty solid. Uh I do have one more question that's just off the mic. Um favorite video console of all time.
Uh, Probably. I'll say PS2. Probably PS2. That's when I get the best memories of video gaming. PS2 dog. It was crazy. The run. I mean, I first started playing NBA Live on PS2. I said San Andreas came out there and Metal Gear Solid 2. I played FIFA. Started getting into FIFA on PS2 as well. I think PS2 was like the best. I said then 360 is second behind that. 360 was cold too, but I think PS2 was the best.
I'm not even that's a good choice. So PS2 for me, N64.
Hey, in
Um,
64 days.
yep, the N64. I'm trying to think what would I add after that. I can't put the PS4 in there. Not yet.
Yeah, the 4 was
Like
cool, but
it's
like I said, the PS2 run was crazy. That run was wild.
yeah, so I'm gonna just go N64, PS2, and probably go game.
That's solid.
One last question for you, before we wrap this up. For how can people go about following you and keeping up with your career and everything that you're going on? How can people, get in touch with you and just kind of keep up with everything you got going on?
I said probably the main thing is probably my Twitter because like I said, I still am active within the 2K community on Twitter and like anything esports. Like you see my tweets, retweets is always esports or sports related. So my Twitter is Paul B underscore on Twitter. And I'm not trying to brag, but I'm verified on there, so it should pop up right away. Like I was on there, so you should see Paul B. To see me on my little bio and stuff, talking about like just 2K related stuff, whatever. So yeah, that's on Twitter. Then on Instagram is Paul B034. I don't really post most Instagram some stories about like sports and stuff like that. So said then LinkedIn, obviously Paul Bradford, and just it should pop up. I don't know how many Paul Bradfords in the world on LinkedIn, but if you type in Paul Bradford and Upper Deck, it should pop up. So, but yeah, that's one of the main places. I'm on Facebook as well, but Facebook is like same. Like I'm on Instagram, I don't really post on there. Most of the stuff on there is really for family to keep up with me or whatever. So, they probably like I said mainly my Twitter. That's why all my like esports retweets and stuff, or like sports and stuff like that is on there, and a lot of 2K related stuff as well.
Bet. Y'all heard it first. Y'all heard it. Nah, I can't talk right now. Y'all heard it. Go ahead and follow my man's Paul on Twitter and all his social media platforms. While you're at it, go ahead and make sure that you guys are following and subscribing to us on Twitter. It's CTG underscore pod. On Instagram, it's capturing underscore the underscore game underscore pod. On Facebook, it's just capturing the game, and on YouTube, it's just capturing the game podcast. So, Paul Van's been super dope and fun. Get a chance to talk with you, kind of nerd out a little bit, but also talk about the sports and just everything that's going on in the industry. Actually, real quick, man, who do you think is going to win this NBA season since we just now kicking off season?
Boy, I mean, if Kyrie comes back, the Nets will probably be one of the favorites. Kind of they didn't play well. They got killed by Milwaukee, but then they came back and beat the Sixers without Kyrie. But if they didn't have Ben Simmons, which I don't know if that would have mattered if they did have him or not. But I'm gonna say the Nets. I'm a Lakers. I'm a LeBron fan. The Lakers right now 0-2. Hopefully they win tonight against the Grizzlies would be nice. But if I'm just being smart, I'm gonna say the Nets. But who knows? Like anything happening about injuries and stuff in basketball. Like I said my heart wants the Lakers to win it, but my head is saying the Nets gonna probably win it all this year.
All right. So look, when this video comes out later down the road, we're gonna find out how close or how accurate our predictions were.
I know, right? I'm scared. I hope I'm right. We'll see. I hope I'm not right. I hope the Lakers win. So I hope the Lakers really win it, but Nets, I'm saying they might win it though.
Right. But yeah, man, that's an episode, man. Thank you for hopping on. Thank you.